Boom. Hi. Hi everybody. How's everyone doing? Can you hear me all right? Can you see me all right? Can I get a proof of life in the chat? Hi Liana. Asia's here, Mark's here. This is so awesome. Yeah, let me know if you can hear me all right. Um Yay! Welcome. Visuals confirmed. Thank you so much, Chris and Allie and Liana. Oh man, we have so many mods in the chat. I'm so excited. Yay! Thank you. Welcome, Pedro. Okay, so welcome to episode 1 of Transmissions from the Cave. So this is Mad Cave's new weekly, new comic book day stream. So best day of the week, Wednesdays, when all the new comic books come out. So happy new comic book day, everyone. Yeah, what comics are you picking out? What comics are you picking up today? Because I have some suggestions. I have a lot of cool stuff coming out from Mad Cave today. One of them, we get to talk to the writer and the artist. That'll be coming up later. Joe and Lorenzo will be on the stream, and we'll get to chat about Becstar. I'm so excited. If anyone went in early and picked it up and you read it, let us know in chat. But if any of you are gonna go, pick it up after work, that also makes sense. I had to prepare for this interview, and it was real rough. I had to read comics, and I had to enjoy comics, and I got to read it early, and so it's a tough gig hosting, honestly. Yeah, Mark's, I'm biased. But yeah, okay, so this is Transmissions from the Cave. We're going to be talking to Mad Cave creators. We're going to be doing live drawings with some Mad Cave artists. We're going to do some giveaways. That's right. We got a giveaway going on every episode. So today we're giving away issue 1 of Becstar. And it's signed. By the way, Joe and Lorenzo, you're going to be signing. So it's signed. And, actually, mods, if you could do the giveaway bot in the chat, that'd be helpful. It's only available to those in the US, and you have to be 18 plus, because otherwise we have to, make sure that your parents are okay with it. And honestly, Becstar is pretty violent, so I think maybe wait till you're a teen. But it's so good. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm too excited. All right, so oh yeah, I want to talk about some things that are out today. And then I want to talk about some things that are coming out soon from Mad Cave Studios. Okay, so out today, obviously, Becstar #1. Super excited. We'll learn more about that later. And also, Hollywood Trash trade paperback is out today. Has anyone read that one yet? It's really good too. I mean, there's a reason why I keep hosting for Mad Cave. I love all of their titles, but Hollywood Trash was really good. But so if you're a trade waiter, like I tend to be, you can go pick up the trade paperback today. Yeah, Asia. Yeah, it's so cute. And then, out last month, but you could still go pick them up today in case you haven't, is Stargazer, the trade paperback, and Villainous, the trade as well. So I don't have Villainous or Stargazer, but I do have a pretty hefty collection of cool trades that Mad Cave has sent me. And shout out to Manny. I think Manny's in chat. He just sends me a box of comics occasionally. And I have to tell you, I'm the cool aunt to my nieces and nephews because I'll be FaceTiming them, talking to them, and then I'll be opening up packages and just keep pulling out comics. And they're like, oh, who sent you that? And I'm like, oh, my friend Manny from Mad Cave. So anyway, I got a couple of them right here. Battle Cats. Mark is in the chat, actually. So shout out to Mark. Battle Cats is great. Honor and Curse. Also Mark. Knights of the Golden Sun. All right, I'm just catering to Mark at this point. And then Show's End, which is great too. So these are all also available at your local comic shop. So go pick those up today while you're in picking up Becstar. And then in previews, so I guess like give me some snaps and claps in chat if you know what previews is. For real, Manny is the comic god. Yeah. Yeah, Manny. Manny is like comic Santa, where he just like sends, he's just like, I got you. Like he sent me like 12 issues of the first Terminal Punks, and like I was just giving them away. Like I was just like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with 12 issues, and so I was just like giving them to friends. And I like went to the comic book shop and I was like, do you guys want to like hand these to like your top, like, you know, people, like your top fans, your top yeah, comic Santa. Yeah. So that was really fun. He also sent me like a chunk of Terminal Punk tattoos. So I had like a full sleeve of just the Terminal Punk tattoos that Shelby designed. It was not a problem at all. I love being friends with comic Santa. But it's pretty great. Okay, so previews. So if you don't know what previews are like this comics like clairvoyant catalog where it just knows what's coming up and what you're going to want to read. And then you go through, there's like a website, but you know, theoretical catalog. And you like read about all the cool new comics coming out, and then you say what you want. So, and you tell your comic shop. So today in previews from Mad Cave. Oh man. Sorry. Battle Cats, this is volume 1. Battle Cats volume 3 is out. Battle Cats volume 3 is out in previews. So if you, like me, love this, definitely tell your local comic shop that you want to pre-order that. Pantomime trade paperback, incredible creative team, just like a beautiful, like, I don't want to spoil anything. How do I say this without spoiling anything? Pantomime is very good, and you should read it. And if you wait for trades, now's your chance, so go pre-order it because it's really good. And then Nottingham number 5, which is the final issue of this arc, which, as Asia can attest to, is doing incredible. I don't know if David is watching or if he'll watch in the future, but like the whole team, just well done, y'all. I think it's on its 3rd printing of issue 1. Yeah, Stoll's work is so good. If I can get mods, let me know which printing we're on for Nottingham number 1, because I lose track, honestly. Like, I think we're at 3. We might be at 12. Thank you. Yeah, so that's all the previews. That's what's available from Mad Cave and previews right now. And yeah. So, and then Becstar number 3. So Becstar number 1's out today. Becstar number 3 is coming out. But if you pick it up today and you love it, you should pre-order 2 and 3. Because it's super. Thank you, Manny. 3rd printing for number 1 of Nottingham. Who knew? We all knew. But who knew? Who knew? Yeah, it's... Okay. Yeah, so pre-orders are super important. Like, just, I feel like everyone here works in comics, but in case somebody stumbled upon this and they don't know, they're not, you know, they don't know what's what in comics. They don't know why pre-orders are so important. So if you pre-order, let's say, Becstar number 3. So you pick up Becstar number 1 today. You're like, this is so good. I need to know. It's helpful to pre-order it so that your local comic shop knows, like, oh, Becstar is doing really well and people really liked it, and so I should keep ordering it. It'll, like, you know, guarantee you a copy, because as we found out with Nottingham, things sell out. It'll let your comic shop know, like, oh, wow, people are really talking about Becstar. Like, maybe I should order, you know, I should double up on my order just because it seems to be, like, the hot new comic out in town. And then it lets the distributor know, like, wow, everybody's talking about Becstar. And it also lets the publisher know. So it gives everybody a heads up, like, this is going to be something special. And it's really important. And honestly, like, you don't have to pay up front. You just say, like, you, like, lay down your intentions. Like, hello, I'm going to love Becstar, and I would like to, you know, order them up. And then so your comic book shop isn't surprised by the phenomenal success. Your publisher isn't surprised, but they get a heads up. And the distributor knows, like, oh, we should consider going into a second printing or a third printing or a 12th printing in Nottingham's case. And then for the creative team, like, it just feels really good to know that, like, you worked for like a year on this series and you didn't know if anyone was going to like it. And then it came out and people were so into it. So it just makes them feel good. So please, 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 please support your indie publishers, support your indie artists, support your local comic book shops, pre-order your comics. I will get off my soapbox. I just feel very passionate about pre-orders. Thank you. It seems like people in chat agree. Thank you so much. Nice. Oh, yeah. And make sure to follow Mad Cave everywhere. On Twitter, on Instagram, on TikTok. And then last but not least, Mad Cave is a supporter of Bink. So if you haven't heard about Bink, Bink is a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to assisting booksellers in need. Booksellers, the people who sell us the comics. The Bink Foundation grew out of a wish of bookstore employees to establish a fund to help their colleagues experiencing unexpected financial crisis, like we've experiencing lately. Bink is dedicated to assisting bookstore and comic store employees across the United States in their greatest time of need. So we're going to drop the link to donate to Bink. If you have, some extra coin, toss it to them. They're doing incredible work. And Mad Cave, like, since we started, thinking about this stream, one thing that they were, like, very dedicated to was, like, how do we use whatever platform we have to support Bink, because they really believe in the cause, which is incredible. And they really believe in helping booksellers. So please donate to Bink if you get a minute. Yeah, they're a good 501c3 and a good nonprofit. Cool. Okay. So I think that's all my sweet little housekeeping. I got a little excited about pre-orders. I'm so sorry. Let's get to the main show. Let's talk Becstar. Let's talk to the creators, Joe Corallo and Lorenzo. Let's get them in here. I'm gonna drop the trailer because it's great, and if you haven't seen it, please. I might play it twice just because it's so good. So I'm gonna drop the trailer, and then I'll bring on some cool interviews. And just a reminder, we have a giveaway going on right now. So just towards the end of the stream, if you're still in chat, we'll randomly pick somebody, and you could be getting Comic Santa to ship you issue 1 signed of Becstar. So, all right, let's watch a trailer, y'all. boom, there's me. And then I have to do some reorganizing because I'm not Joe. And Joe is not Jazzlyn. Actually, Lorenzo turned out fine. This is great. Okay, give me a second to reorganize, y'all. Thanks, everyone. So while I'm doing this, I'm going to move you over. Oh. We're doing it live. We're doing it live, Joe. There you go. Hi. And again, Lorenzo is just perfect in the middle. Okay. Chat, make sure that, let us know, give us a proof of life, let us know if you can hear us. Make sure that we're all in our in our deemed spots that the Mad Cave design team made so beautifully, by the way. Oh my gosh. Okay, so welcome. Happy release day. This is incredible. How does it feel? How are you feeling today?
Thank you. Excited.
Yeah. Feeling good.
Did you wake up like,
I'm really excited.
yes, or did you wake up like, oh my God, I can't believe it's here?
I had the oh my God face when I woke up. Oh my God, it's today.
Yeah, I mostly woke up and was like, I need to take some allergy meds right away. And then after that, I was like, I'm very excited.
Me too, man.
Comics.
Me too. I'm an allergy buddy too, so I completely understand you. Yeah.
I get the seasonal allergies, so.
Yeah, they've been extra bad this year too, right?
They've been really bad. So like, I wake up, I'm like, oh, my throat's scratchy, I'm stuffy, and then after that, I was like, okay, I'm good for this.
Here the situation is still fine, but I'm worried. I'm worried that maybe it turn over pretty bad soon. So
yeah.
Do y'all have cherry blossoms over there, Lorenzo?
Cherry blossoms? No, not here. Not close to my town.
I don't know what's up with cherry blossoms this year, but they are like. They're out there. They're like pollinating like crazy. They are making a statement. They're like,
no,
we have
but
some things
here
to
there
do.
are other trees that are pollinating a lot, and they're not looking at me, not in a good way. Like we're coming for you.
Like, we're coming for the sinuses, Lorenzo. Just you wait. You open that window, we'll be there.
But I know my fate, so I will accept that.
That's good. That's good. Okay, so let's jump in. I don't know which of you would like to start, but I would like to hear about how you broke into comics originally.
If Lorenzo wants to start, sure.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, actually, Becstar was my first comic book, so it's my first official job. It was crazy. We were just chatting about it, me and Joe, before, and they discovered me because I won the platform comics. The platform contest, the 10K contest last year. They just contacted me, and they contacted me actually when I didn't know yet if I won or not. They contacted me when the finalists came out. And I was like, what? I was never expecting something like that. Yeah, it was crazy. I was so happy and so scared at the same time. Like I was I've been never so scared because it was, starting. And I also remember that I sent them another portfolio, just like I was like testing. Are you sure you want me? Like, is it?
Wait. So Mad Cave was like, we want to work with you, and then you sent them a second portfolio, and you were like, are you sure? Was this like a worse portfolio? Like, were you trying to get out of it?
I can't. No. I can explain that. They told me about the sci-fi comic book. So since the comic I did for the platform contest was not a sci-fi at all, and I didn't have any sci-fi pages yet, so I was like, are they sure? I am. I was just I was just a newbie. I was scared, and but it turned out pretty great. I mean, I was so happy to work on Becstar, and I got an incredible team. We were just talking about that too, actually earlier, and yeah, it was, I could never been more lucky than I
Yeah,
have been so
this
far.
is a great first book to work on. And what about you,
Yeah.
Joe? How did you
Yeah.
get into comics?
I mean, I started self-publishing back in like 2011. I actually I tabled in the small press section at New York Comic Con that year. You know, it was awful. I had no idea what I was doing. But yeah, the book, I'm saying the con was fine. But you know, the funny story about that is the guy who illustrated that comic that I was working with is this guy, Will Wolf, and he has a huge like video game channel on YouTube. You know, like I think it's like 500,000 subs or close to that. Like real big. So he's doing great. Then I worked with Danny Luckert on self-publishing a few books, and since then he's done a few things with Colin Bunn. He did was it Redder at Boom Studios. He's doing another book I think that's on Kickstarter with Colin Bunn right now.
Yeah, Colin Bunn
He's
works with
doing
Mad
great
Cave
too.
quite a bunch too. Another
Yeah, no,
Mad Cave creator.
I've gotten to meet Colin Bunn like once at Baltimore Comic Con. He was very nice.
Nice.
Yeah, it was. You know, it was one of those things. You know, you're talking to him. You know, it's a long day, and you know, he's just like, oh, you know, hi. And then I mentioned Danny Luckert, and he like was like lit up. He was like, oh, you know, Danny. You know, it was very nice. And then my first like published work was in. I actually have it right here.
Ooh, we love a visual.
Was in Geeks Out Presents Power at a 4-page comic, and this came out in 2014. And I'll show you this. It's a little tidbit here. Is I worked with an artist. Some people might recognize her name there. It's Sam Johns.
Ooh.
Of Punchline fame. So got to do that.
That's an incredible first published comic.
Yeah. Then I had another like 1-page comic that was published through Margins Publishing in one of their anthologies, and I later a couple of years ago I got a short in their Dates Volume 3 anthology. So that was fun. But the big thing that really, I think, launched a lot of stuff for me was co-editing with my friend Molly Jackson, the Mind to Benefit Planned Parenthood anthology.
I have that on my bookshelf back there.
Thank you. Yeah, no, that's great. That's how I met Liana. You know, but we had a lot of big names in here, including Denny O'Neil, Louise Simonson, Ann Nocenti, Neil Gaiman, Paul Levitz, Gail Simone, Amber Benson. I got Mara Wilson to do a 1-page comic in that. It was a lot of fun, and you know, I got to do that Forbidden Planet signing with Liana. That's where the first time I met her in person, and we did this signing, and Denny O'Neil showed up. He was there and signed books with us. You know, it's a very nice memory. That was I think that was December 30th, 2017. Nice. Mindy Newell, the first woman to write Wonder Woman all by herself, like no co-writers or anything like that. She was the first one to just write a solo Wonder Woman story in the Wonder Woman comics. She wrapped up the run right before Crisis. But wow. Yeah, just it was great having those people there.
So you started in 2011, you said?
2011 was my first self-published book, yeah.
So happy 10-year anniversary.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, so no, it's been a good run. And from that, I worked with Mags, and in that one, I had talked to Brian Talbot. You know, Sandman fans will know Brian Talbot. He illustrated quite a number of really good issues in that. My favorite thing from him is probably The Tale of One Bad Rat from Dark Horse. But he was available for 2 pages, and I reached out to Mags and was like, hey, you want to write something for Brian? He's available. And from there, I got to edit Kim and Kim for oh shit, it's Kim and Kim.
Also on my
Because
bookshelf.
yeah, thanks. It's it was
This is where we find out I'm a huge fan of Joe's work.
Right, thanks.
You're like, I have it.
Yeah, it worked out because Mags reached out to me after doing this book and was basically like because the book this happens a lot at Black Basket. They'll have a miniseries or something. They'll go on hiatus for a bit. They'll come back. So the way it worked out when they were starting the next volume, Katie Rex wasn't available for that. So Mags was like, hey, do you want to edit this? Since we worked together, and I got to do that, and then. Not too long after that, I was doing that as Liana was illustrating Black AF Devils Die.
I think Liana's in chat, actually. So, Liana, give us a sign of life if you're still here. I know she's listening. She texted me, and it popped up on all my screens.
Nice. I think she's in chat. But yeah, so we were doing that at the same time. And then it was from there that we ended up doing She Said Destroy together.
Great comic. And then how did you get involved with Mad Cave?
Well, Chris Sanchez was actually the first person to reach out.
Hey, Editor-in-Chief Sanchez. I think he's in chat.
Yeah, and there was this sci-fi idea they were interested in pursuing, and were talking to me about it. Then I talked directly with Mark London a little bit, and then got looped in with Chris Fernandez, and that's sort of how that got developed. He sent me a lot of the information. There were old outlines and things like that, and then I got to work through those. I really got a lot of leeway. I got to. I ended up naming the book.
Wow. Yeah. So how does that work? Like, so they have an idea and then they reach out to the creative team and they kind of match make you all, correct?
Yeah, to some extent. I mean, the ideas are really, it's Mark London, I think is the one who really, it's like, his ideas, these,
how many titles does Mark have right now? I think it's creative director, CEO, head honcho. Mark, let me know if there's some hats I'm missing. You just do so much.
but no, it's sort of here's the it's more or less like brainstorming documents and some rough outlines and this idea of like you can do what you like to a certain extent. It was you got to keep the core themes to it.
Yeah.
And I honed in on like the core of it all, and then from there I just shed a lot of the extra stuff, periphery characters that I didn't think were necessary for something like this, because there's just a lot there. And
I mean, there's a lot of characters in this iteration too.
Yeah, no, but yeah, when it's always better to have more stuff and cut than to be like, here's a couple of things, and then you have to flesh it out. It's much easier to just trim and be like, okay, let's trim it down to the core and then move forward.
And then Lorenzo, how do you come up with, like, 'cause the fashion in this is goals. Like, even the background characters, their fashion is goals. Like, I was just like, I want to buy that. I'm adding that to my Pinterest personal style board. I'm adding that to my Pinterest personal style board. So how do you come up with all of the fashion for the different characters?
I got inspired by some of the studies that Joe and Chris sent me. I actually got in love with them myself, and then I started to, from those sketches, I started to imagine all the other outfits, having in mind I'm a huge fan of many sci-fi movies like Blade Runner, also some video games. Recently it came out, Cyberpunk 77. So I am also a big fan of the street art and the street fashion. So I wanted something like that. Also to give more look like something like us. I mean, I didn't want to invent something too far from our way of dressing, but I really wanted to play with also with the hair, like with Paprika's hair or
Steps. So
Sally's
many
hair.
steps. Like, just everybody
Yeah,
has steps. It's incredible. I was like, this is the future I want. I just want like everyone to have steps running around. And they're
I'm
also
a huge
like
fan
precise.
of the punk art, you know, and I imagine the future that way. I really I really had fun building those characters, and also with the contrast of the hairs and the skin, and you know, maybe some piercings and earrings. Really, it just I was like, okay, I will add this, I will add this, I will add this. I was when I was drawing it, it all came out, you know.
Yeah.
That's the way I like to draw, actually. I mean, I came up with idea, and then I start to add stuff or maybe remove also. But it's a process. I didn't have anything in mind. Also because I never actually. I mean, I'm a fan of the sci-fi entertainment, but I never actually drew a lot of stuff in that environment. You know, so. It was challenging at first. As I told you, I was I was kind of scared because it was all new and it was a serious job.
So one of the things that I was really struck by was the cityscapes and the intricate like spaceships. So is that how did you guys have like a planning meeting together? How did you come up with those? Did you bounce them back and forth? Like, how do you create these beautiful spaceships together?
I was actually set completely free. I mean, I never had any kind of pressure by Joe and Chris. Maybe I asked them some stuff like how do you imagine the atmosphere, the colors when something was not clear, but not I'm sorry, not clear, but sure. I was having you know. I also wanted to hear about them. You know, I also wanted to hear their opinion. I really love the collaboration we had all together, and I felt part of everything. The characters, the world. Second issue was probably one of my favorites because there are also creatures in there, and I really. I really like to put life in the corners. You know, I like to create situations when nobody's looking. I think that's the cool stuff of a painting or maybe a drawing. To put life where is you know, unuseless at first, but actually gives much more atmosphere, and I really have fun to create tiny scenes in the corners.
Yeah, it shows. Like, you know, I read it and then I went back and read it again, and then I went back and I just looked at all the backgrounds because there's so much story happening back there.
Yeah, one of my major inspiration for when I started studying comic books was Juanjo Guarnido, the author of Black Sad. He is an incredible artist. He worked also as a storyboard artist and a character designer for Disney. And so I grew up studying, reading all over and over his works, and he taught me that. I mean, he taught me to put in each spot there's something, you know, not to leave. I mean, to think about all the environment first, and then put in that environment the characters. I always construct the environment first, and then I put the characters in it because they are part of it, you know.
That's awesome. Just sorry to interrupt, but Mark said, I just love his team. Both Joe and Lorenzo are talented beyond normal, and we can see it in the comic.
Oh, thank you.
Awesome, man, Mark. And then Emerald said, the amazing talent really is on display. You got that right. And DNA Gorilla said, I love the character design and the colors look amazing.
Thank you.
A lot of love for the colors.
Thank you.
Pure fire.
Thank you.
Okay, Joe, which character is your favorite to write?
You know, it's tough, but I want to say this in a way that, I don't want to give too much away, but honestly, it's probably Becstar because, I really tried to do her in a way where you really see her progress through the story, because it really is a bit of a, the story is really about friendship and how she is interacting with these different people. Because like the seeds of what you get in the first issue are, she has, this friend, coworker, get her out of troubler character in Sally, but she's still, even though she was trying to hide it, she's still hung up on the past and these people from her past. And the way I approached Becstar is I wanted to make her relatable in a way, because I think a lot of people can relate to the idea that when you're older, when you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, etc., there are people who were really important to you at a time that like aren't in your life anymore or are so far removed from where you were. Mm. And there are new people in your life who are now the important people in your life. For a lot of people, the same people you talk to all the time or, hung out with when you were in your teens or even into your 20s aren't necessarily the same people you're doing that with in your late 20s, 30s, 40s, and so forth. So it's really a story about that. And, Becstar having to come to terms with that and how that goes. Because you see how she, treats Sally. It's a bit of like, taking for granted that this person is like there for her.
Yeah, Sally's so cool and she's so mean to her.
Yeah. So, and they have this sort of tension, but at the end of the day, like, it really is like Sally is like, this is the new important person in your life. And what do? Do you get lost in the past, trying to get people who aren't there for you anymore, while the person that's actually there for you is standing right next to you the whole time? And that's really like, for me, that was like the core in putting this together.
Dang, I cannot wait for issue 2.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Also, like, it's such a relatable subject. The older you get, where you're like, oh
Yeah.
wow. Oof. Okay, so Lorenzo, you said that issue 2 is your favorite?
Yeah.
And Joe, what about you? Which is your favorite issue?
It's so tough. It's tough not to say issue 5, where so much of it like resolves. Like just seeing it all come together is really gratifying when you're sort of crafting the story, because it's one of those things where people are reading issue 1 now and you're just like, I gotta make sure they gotta get there, you know, to this sort of like, to where so much of it culminates and all these pieces that I set up, they all sort of converge there, and I really want people to see that. But issue 2, again, I love the designs and the creatures and things like that Lorenzo had come up with. And issue 2 also, like, that's where we get a little bit more of an idea of who this Anissa character is. So yeah, it's like you keep getting these little pieces here and there of her past and where they go. And one of the things that was important to me when doing this was that every issue had to be like a different main locale, so that we're not staying in the same place too long. That to give it that adventure feel, because like for me, for example, this is going back to Star Wars. Part of why Empire is so great is because they're continuing to build this universe. They don't go back to a single location from the first movie. We get Tatooine, the Death Star, Yavin, and then in Empire, it's, we get Hoth, we get Dagobah, and we get, Cloud City.
Yeah, that's true. I
And
didn't
that
think about
kind of
that.
thing where it's just like keep moving forward, and we can still, like, you're in those movies, you're watching the characters develop and grow and build their relationships, and you can do that without staying in the same place and staying stagnant. It's constantly moving. So I wanted to take inspiration from that and be like, we can watch these characters develop and grow as they're constantly on the move.
That's so cool. So wait, so I think we can say like issue 1 takes place on a
It's like a casino satellite thing. Yeah.
Casino
satellite. Yeah.
It's very cool.
Thank you.
Can we get like a sneak peek like of the location of issue 2? Is that okay?
I think so. I mean, issue 2 takes place on an actual planet.
Yeah, on a planet. There are creatures, so it's cool. I just wanna precise that I love issue 2 to draw, but my favorite for the storytelling is I think it's the 4th one, because there are a lot of stuff going on, and things are getting clearer, but not that much. It's cool. There are some events that the readers will discover that are pretty. I mean, even though if it seems not that harsh, it's something that when I was drawing, I was feeling the characters' emotions on some points. It was great. It was great. Yeah. The second one, I love to draw the second one. There's
okay, so the second one you
as I
love
told
to
you,
draw.
I love creature design, so
issue 4 is your favorite.
So fun.
Yeah,
to draw. Yeah.
All right. Well, issue 1 is my favorite.
Yeah.
So everybody in chat, you have to pick up issue 1, issue 2, issue 4, issue 5, and at that point you might as well pick up issue 3 because you got to tie it all together.
Issue 3 is on another planet, a different kind of planet. That was again another sort of fun bit. Like that's another issue where I wanted important things to happen in each issue, and that's one where Becstar finally confronts a particular character. So you have stuff like that happening, and issue 4 again. Like issue 4 for me, it's like almost all a chase scene in a way. It's very like rapid paced. It's also issue 4 is the only issue with a double page splash.
Yeah.
Was that fun to draw, Lorenzo?
Yeah. Actually, I mean, talking about all the issues, remembering all the stuff, it's kind of hard. I mean, now it's kind of hard to tell what was more fun to. No, really, because I told that my favorite is the 4th one, but not not because the other ones are less good. It's just there are some tiny stuff that made me more involved with everything. What was going on. But yeah, it's
listen, this isn't like a pick one and the rest of them have to die situation. Like you can say your favorite ones and the rest of them will still be there. You don't have to like. I'm not like
in issue 3. In issue 3, there's this splash page. I'm in love with that. I mean, I think I'm gonna, hang
it up.
I'm gonna put it as a screensaver or something. I really like that. And they told me that Lorenzo, this has to be huge, fantastic, and I just told them say no more. I mean, I was like already into that mood, so it was really fun.
Emerald in chat says, with everything you're mentioning, my excitement level grows more and more. I mean, like same.
Well, I know the splash page in 3 that Lorenzo's talking about. I mean, I noted it as this is one of those pages that someone should make a poster out of. If they're going to make a poster out of the page. I was thinking of particularly in the Marvel Silver Age and into the Bronze Age, they would do these splash pages of it would be like Thor fighting the Hulk in like Avengers Defenders War, and there would be a note, like a caption at the bottom of the page being like, you're going to want to grab another copy, kids, because you're going to want to rip this page out and hang it on your wall. And, like that's the kind of energy I wanted to go for with those kind of splash pages.
All right. So everyone pre-order 2, 3, 4, 5, but pre-order 2 issues of number 3 so you can turn it into a poster. And then, obviously Mad Cave is in the chat. Let's get some posters on the line. Manny, Comic Santa. Posters, issue 3, splash page. Let's make it happen, please. Just print 1 for me. That would be awesome. I'm super hyped about this. Maybe 2 if Lorenzo wants one. I don't know. We'll try to make it happen.
Well, I would like to.
Okay, and then there are 4 treasures in the comic. Joe, can you explain the treasures? And then I want to know which one you would go for if you could pick.
Whoa.
Sure.
I never thought about that. I don't know why.
Yeah, right. It's
I don't. It's an obvious question, but I never thought about that.
No, it's
I would just keep walking. If I saw that treasure, I don't see it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's you got Becstar with her luck dagger, which gives her extraordinary luck. You have the clairvoyance rod, which lets you see into the future. You have the creation gauntlet, which that's what it does. It creates out of nothing. And then you have the consumption amulet, which is incredibly powerful, but it requires massive amounts of consumption.
Okay, so which one would y'all pick? Which is the most enticing of those 4?
I'd have a hard time not taking something like the clairvoyance rod. That's the one where it's like, just to know what's going to happen. It's like,
that's brave. That's the scariest one.
It is the scariest one.
I don't want that for that reason. It's too scary. I don't want to know.
Lorenzo and I are like, no.
I don't like spoilers.
I don't want to know what's
Yeah, that's what I'd have to do.
All right. Before you say yours, chat. So Asia's saying she would get the lucky dagger. And Allie's saying the creation gauntlet, which, if you know either of them, that makes sense, I would say.
Yeah.
Chat, let us know which ones you would pick. Okay, Lorenzo. Wait, what would you
I
do?
would take the creation gauntlet because it's the one that I would have more fun with. I'm an artist, so I would never stop using that. I mean, I would create the most stupid stuff. Having fun with it's awesome. You can create everything, so it's amazing. It's a lot of possibilities.
Okay, so
I would never need any more references. I just create them in front of me. Not spend hours on Google and find references.
You're like, I need a 3/4 profile of an elephant. Let's go, gauntlet.
Yeah.
It's like a shy elephant. Okay, so Enzo, dagger all the way. Pedro, creation gauntlet, no doubt. Emerald, dagger for me too. Manny, lucky dagger for sure. And Frank, can you create luck with the creation gauntlet?
I don't think you can only create physical things. You can't create those kind of things.
Like opportunities.
You can't create opportunities. You can't create knowledge. You could create, but you can just create these like physical things.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Sorry, Frank. Yeah, I love how Frank's like, I got him. Yeah, no cheating, Frank. I would choose the lucky dagger.
Yeah.
I think that'd be the most fun. And I like that it's like, what constitutes luck, right? Like, it's not like a for sure thing. It's a little bit of a gamble, which is why I love that it was introduced on the casino satellite.
Yeah, and one person's luck is usually another person's misfortune. So
exactly,
ooh, that's true. Yeah, it's the downside of it. Wow.
That's the main reason why I would never take the lucky dagger.
All right, chat. Let us know if you have any questions. We're winding down, but let me know if you have a question for our creators. I have kind of a silly question, but sure. In like a paragraph or less, Lorenzo, what would you say to somebody who is trying to get into drawing comics? And Joe, what would you say to somebody who is trying to write comics? What would be your advice for somebody breaking into the industry?
Um, to never give up. I mean, it's a continuous struggle to start, but if you are perseverant and you just don't stop and continue studying, it will come out by itself. I mean, it came out from me out of nowhere. I mean, of course, I am also lucky, but I I like to think that I built my luck, some kind of way. I mean, I spent so much time. You have no idea to improve as an artist and to learn this job. Comic books are pretty hard to do. You have to know a lot of stuff. You need to have a lot of knowledge in a lot of different fields. I actually got into comic books because I studied a lot movies, for example. I watch more movies than read comics, and I discovered that comic books is a cheap way to make a movie, and I thought that was pretty cool. But
it's a lot of the same. It's like collaborative visual writing.
Yeah, also the terms are the same, like the camera, the storyboard, or other stuff like that. And but you are more free to express yourself. You can play with the scene. You are not bonded to the screen. You can build your own panels and you can play with them. You can do round panels. You can do triangle panels. You can do whatever you want. So it's fun, but it requires a lot of effort and a lot of study and a lot of believing.
Okay, so
that's
study,
the most important one.
Keep trying, and believe in yourself. Is that a good summary of your? Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Thank you. That's very sweet. And Joe, how about you? What advice would you give to somebody trying to break into writing comics?
You're trying to break into writing comics. You got to read comics. You got to read a lot of comics. Especially now, there are incredible resources in like libraries and stuff like that. You don't have to be dropping a ton of money every Wednesday or whatever it is on new releases. You can find comics that way. Read comics you love. Read comics you don't. Read comics you might not otherwise pick up because of your tastes, to understand different forms of storytelling, different ways to approach a topic. You should read all sorts of genres, not just the genres you like or the genres you want to pursue. There's a lot of sci-fi influence in Becstar. There's a lot of not sci-fi influence in Becstar. You want well-rounded stories. You want to ask yourself every time you write a story, what's the point of this story? What am I trying to do? What am I trying to say here? And you need to be able to answer those questions. It doesn't necessarily need to be some deep philosophical answer. You're not, going to save the universe with this one particular comic you're writing, but you should be able to. Yeah, never say never. But even if the answer is, I want someone to read this and feel better about their day than before they read it. Whatever it is, even if it's something like that, you need to be able to answer that question for yourself for everything you're writing. What's the point? What am I trying to accomplish? So yeah, reading comics is some of the best ways to learn how to write them, and also figure out a writing pattern. It takes time. Some people write better right when they wake up. Some people write better before bed. Some people write better right after work. You gotta figure out what works for you and pursue it that way. Because one thing that happens with a lot of writers is they'll try and they're not changing it up and figuring out different things, and then you give up, and it's like, exhaust your options first and really look into it. See if having a writer's group or a few people you write with, even if it's not necessarily getting together physically, but maybe you you meet up, even if it's in a chat every once a week, once every couple of weeks, every month, and go over what you're writing, whatever motivates you to get it done.
That's a really good idea.
Get it done.
So stay persistent, find your support system, and then do the work.
Yeah.
And read.
Yes, read a lot.
That's awesome. Wow. That's really good advice from both of you. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you.
All right, so let me do, sorry, I was so involved in what you were both saying that I totally skipped out on chat. So let me scroll back a little bit. Oh, okay, Stacy Cosplay says, the Lucky Dagger is so cool, it makes me want to homebrew a Becstar D&D game. Becstar gets advantage on all combat rolls, but disadvantage on all persuasion rolls, especially with NPCs. We've seen how charismatic Becstar can be. Woo! That's cute. That would be cool.
Yeah, I take the chance to thank the cosplayers, the awesome cosplayers that did the characters. They were awesome. Never expected something like that to happen to something I drew. So thank you. They did an amazing job, and yeah, thank you.
That's so cool.
Yes.
Maybe you do have a creation gauntlet.
Maybe.
And then Stacy as well said. Mark said, "Well done, well said, Joe."
Oh, thanks.
And Stacy said, one of the things I love about Becstar is the strong, complicated, and diverse representation of women. It's rare to find such an ensemble of women. I remember when I first saw the concept art, I saw Becstar and went, yep, that's the one. That's me. That's what makes the story resonate with me. Oh,
that's cool.
Stacy, thank you. Asia's saying Stacy did a Becstar cosplay. It came out amazing. That's so rad. Ugh. All right. Yeah.
Nice.
Well, I think we're going to do the giveaway. If you want to be here for one, I'm going to do it right now. Can I get a drum roll from Joe and Lorenzo? Drum roll from the chat. Perfect. Thank you. Okay. Let me see if I can do this. Let's see if this bot works. Ooh. And the winner is, hopefully it's not a mod. We'll re-roll if it is. Okay. Come on, Nightbot, come through. It's not working. All right. Well, we had to have one hiccup. I'll go through chat and then I'll contact somebody. Yeah, it's not working. I'm so sorry, everybody. I have to fix that. But how about this? I'll go through who is in stream. I'll use a randomizer, pick a random viewer that's not a mod. And let's just do like a quick reaction as if I did say somebody, and then I'll clip that section and send it to them. Does that work for y'all? So, okay, pretend that I just mentioned somebody. Winner. Yay!
Yay!
Oh my gosh! Congratulations! Winner!
Congratulations!
Yay! Chat's super excited for the future. For the future winner. Thank you so much.
Nice.
All right. Well, stream one, something had to break down. So, cool. All right. Thank you so much for coming on. Everybody go pick up Becstar. Follow Lorenzo and Joe on Twitter. Is there anything else that you want to plug while you have the mic?
There may be a follow-up to the Deadbeats anthology on Kickstarter in a few weeks. Keep an eye out on that.
Congrats.
Seeing that, thank you. So
follow Joe to keep up with that.
I just want to thank everybody and all the messages I received. Thank you. You're awesome. And thanks, Chris. Thank you, Joe.
Yes.
Thank you, Mad Cave. Thanks, everyone.
Awesome. Okay, I'm going to play the trailer once more, and then I'll be back on to give closing remarks. So we'll be right back, y'all. Watch this trailer. It's so good. 1 second. I'm coming back. Excuse me a moment. Turning on my turning on my camera. Here we go. I think this is it. I think this is me. Let me know if you can see me. I think we got it. Chat, let me know. Let me know if you can see me. Let me know if you can hear me. Thank you for dealing with a couple technical difficulties. So, our incredible mods and the team. Oh, thank you, Mark. Thank you, Manny. Saved the day. Got a randomizer. Put everyone who's in chat in the randomizer, and so we actually do have a winner right now. So, drum roll, please. I'll still clip you and send you that. Everyone getting excited. But okay, drum roll. And the winner is Van Trommer. Van Trommer, are you in the chat? Please, yeah, Chris. Thank you so much, Chris. Congratulations, you are getting a signed copy of Becstar issue number 1, signed by Joe and Lorenzo. Congratulations. We're all very excited and only a little bit jealous. Yay, chat's blowing up. Congratulations. It's so exciting. And thanks for coming in clutch, Chris. You always have my back and I appreciate it. All right, so we're that's it. That's the end of the stream. This was incredible. This was so fun. I don't know about y'all, but I've had a blast. I woke up this morning and I was like, my job today is to interview comics creators about their brand new comic that they have out. What is my life? This is incredible. And guess what? If you liked this episode, we're going to do it again. Episode 2 next week. What? Episode 3 week after that. Episode 4 week after. So what I'm saying is every Wednesday. We're going to do this every Wednesday now. So come in, hang out, get some water, get a little notepad so you know what to go pick up from the comic book shop, and put in those pre-orders. Say hello to your local comic shop today for me. Give them a socially distanced high five or an elbow bump. Yeah. If you read Becstar and you like it, please at Mad Cave and Joe and Lorenzo on Twitter. Let us know what you think. Oh, Nottingham. Yeah, next week is Nottingham. We have the creative team of Nottingham. I'm so excited. This is great. Okay. I have some closing remarks, and they are very serious, and they are not that serious. Thank you to everybody who came in and watched, especially episode 1. It means so much to us. Thanks to everyone who was active in chat. It feels good to look over and when I get excited to see everybody else getting excited. It's oh, yeah. Thank you to the man of many hats, Mark London. This has been great. Thank you to our mods. That's Asia, Frank, Allison, Manny, Chris, the whole team. I'm the one on screen, but we have a whole team doing a whole ton in the kitchen, in the computer, in the wires. There's a lot of people working on this and couldn't do it without them. So thank you so much to the Mad Cave team, especially them. Thank you to our Mad Cave designers who made these beautiful overlays and made them multiple times because we needed small tweaks. It looks great. You guys did a great job. Yeah. Oh my gosh. And then thank you to Bink and our retailers. All right, this is getting a little long. I'm gonna get off. But this has been great. I hope to see you all next Wednesday. Next Wednesday we'll be interviewing Nottingham. We'll be doing another giveaway. I'll fix the bot so it works this time. And yeah. I hope you have a great day. Be kind to yourself. Go enjoy some sun. Stay hydrated. Bye, y'all. Thank you so much. Bye. Ah!